What's the excitement level for you coming over here to the Summit City and helping put together the first ever women's hockey program for Indiana Tech?
I'm really excited. The opportunity after I talked with Debbie and Frank and Jesse, it was clear that the university was really behind the program and the whole athletics department and their mission and goal at Indiana Tech. It just really something that I bought into from the start and believe in what they're trying to do. And the family atmosphere at the school was fantastic. Everyone's really welcoming. And, I think, the transition over will be smooth and something I've done before. So that experience I'm looking to take over and try to replicate what I've done in the past.
Obviously, no lack of success over in Ohio, but what ultimately made this the choice for you that made you want to, come over here?
The support that the university and community puts behind not only the athletic department, but hockey in general. I mean, Fort Wayne's a great hockey town. And so that really is what got me thinking about the opportunity. And after meeting everybody, hearing the vision, talking with administration and what they're outlining for not only the athletics department, our women's hockey program, but the university in general and what they want to do, it really spoke to me and something that I felt like was a unique opportunity for me in my family and something, a challenge I wanted to take on and really see if we can build a successful program at Indiana Tech and bring women's hockey more in the landscape in Northeast Indiana.
So what are your visions for the program and for the university and for, the Indiana Tech hockey program?
I think replicating what I've done. When we started at Miami 10 years ago, we really had no idea what we were doing, to be perfectly candid. And it took us several years to figure it out and a lot of relationships that needed to be formed. And rolling that in, I think the transition is going to be easier, knowing more a blueprint of what we have to be successful. But ultimately, we want to win titles. We want to win championships. We want to put Indiana Tech on the map in women's hockey. Frank's done a great job in the men's program, so the name and the school and the brand is out there in the hockey community, and we just want to add to that and be a positive influence in the campus and in the community, and do right by Indiana Tech and put forth a program that we all can be proud of. I think in the end, it's those little things that make a difference for not only the school but the kids themselves and leaving that legacy for them and building something that we all can be proud of.
Obviously, it's not going to be easy, but you've done this before. You said before you had no idea what you were doing when you went to Miami 10 years ago.
Yeah.
How much easier does it make it, that you've kind of done this before and you kind of can have a blueprint for what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, easy is maybe a relative term, but we have a roadmap to success. We know where to go. We have the relationships formed already within the hockey community and the people and are able to make those phone calls now and say, listen, we got this opportunity, we got this support, the university's behind us, come join the ride, get on the train. And, we've been recruiting, so we got those contacts, kids know me, and hopefully those relationships I've been able to build over the last 10 years will help in that transition. But obviously it's going to be hard work. And I think for me, that's the most exciting point is being able to roll your sleeves up and get in the weeds and be passionate about what you're doing. And this program is something that in the short time I've been involved in the last, 2 weeks, it's something I've really gotten passionate about. And the Indiana Tech community is one that's behind me, I know, and we'll be behind our girls. And once they understand that message and see everything that we have to offer, I think that selling it's going to be rather easy once they can see all that. And that's really where we got to start.
So what's step number one for you when you finally get to town and everything and you get ready to start rolling?
Yeah, we've already started. Those phone calls have been made. A lot of these kids that I've built relationships with, you talk to them and just gauge their interest on, hey, are you willing to take a look? And so we've already hit the ground running, even though I'm not in town yet. It starts right from the get-go, and we got our list of where we're going to go to continue recruiting and label that footprint. And again, a lot of this is depending on what we're able to do, obviously in the times that we're in, but with technology and whatnot, we're able to get a fair amount done remotely. So it's really the fun part is you get to sit around and watch tape all day. So as a hockey guy, that's exciting. And I was telling my wife that the other day that, you know, I can sit here and watch tape for 8 hours and you can't yell at me. So I enjoy that. So we're going to continue to grind on that and forge those relationships. And when we're able to get out, we'll get out and then get these kids to campus. I think once we get them to campus, the community in that will sell itself.
So obviously you guys aren't starting until not this coming school year, but the next school year. How crucial is this first, year and this first recruiting cycle really for you guys?
I think it's going to lay the foundation for our program. And I think the kids want to be a part of something. So, being able to tell them you can help build this, you can help lay the foundation. That's one thing that was really successful in us in our first recruiting class is that senior class, they spoke about what it meant to be part of the program. And I think for these kids that's something that they can get on board with. And, we're going to be traveling the country trying to find kids, even abroad. We'll go across the border. We'll go where we have to find kids that want to be passionate about Indiana Tech hockey and what we have to offer. And, it's going to be character. It's going to be kids that are good in the classroom. And then we'll look at skill, but we want good people that are going to do right in the community and do right by Indiana Tech. And I think we'll be able to find those kids, and then we'll just build from there. It's just about laying that foundation and being patient, trusting the process, and baby steps. We're not gonna win a title our first year. I can promise you that. If I do, we can talk about a raise. But it's about being patient, and I understand that and recognize that, and just trying not to get ahead of ourselves, which can be tough for me at times, but we got the support to do it.
For you, what's your philosophy? What kind of hockey are you gonna bring to Indiana Tech?
Fast pace. I like to play with tempo, and we like to dictate the game and the pace to our opponents. We're gonna move the puck. We're gonna play on our toes, and we're gonna get up and down the ice as quick as possible. And that's something that we've been doing the last 10 years, and why we've had so much success. And it's a brand that will translate easily. And finding the right people to fit into that can be a challenge, but again, we won't leave any stone unturned. And so it's going to be exciting hockey, and people are going to have a lot of fun at our games, and we'll bring the energy, and our girls will play with passion. And that's the type of style that we'll have, and that's the type of character we'll have, and that's the type of hockey that we're going to play. So we will play up tempo and fast.
What's your pitch to recruits right now? Obviously, I know you said it's starting to build a foundation, but what's your ultimate pitch to recruits?
It's about being a part of something that's bigger than you. We talk about family, and we're going to be a family, and that means a lot of things. It means commitment. It means sacrifice. It means doing something for somebody else, whether it affects you positively or not. So it's about being a part of something bigger than you. And for a lot of kids, that means a lot. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to them. So in this whole community, this whole athletic department, this whole university from the president on down believes in being a part of something bigger than you. And so it's jumping on board with that. Get on the train, because we're going to go somewhere fast, and we're going to go somewhere good. So join us, and that's the pitch to them. And I think with the resources that we have, and what they're willing to put forth to these kids to make them successful, not only on the ice but off, you're going to get a great education. You're going to have a lot of people that care about you here at Tech, and are willing to do what they can and make sure that you graduate with a degree that's going to mean something for you. So that's the ultimate is let's be a part of something that's bigger than you. Let's lay a foundation, and let's put an Indiana Tech University on the map, as well as our hockey program.
For you mentioned it already, but Fort Wayne's got a good hockey tradition. How excited are you to try and build on that tradition and bring more championship caliber hockey to Fort Wayne?
I think that's ultimately one of the big factors of why I decided that this was my opportunity. In women's hockey in general, it's about growing the girls' game across the country, and I think you could do that in Fort Wayne as well. So I want us and our kids and our program to be a positive influence on young girls wanting to try hockey and play the game, and have role models to look up to. The Comets are a great organization. You have the Spacemen, you have our men's programs. that are great role models for youth boys to play the game and be a part of. And we want our program to model that and be something that little young girls can look up to our kids and have role models to say, I want to be like her when I grow up, and I want to play hockey, whether it's at Indiana Tech or not. I want to play hockey at the highest level. So ultimately, I think for us, that's a big part of this, and that's a big part of leaving a positive footprint on the Fort Wayne community and doing things the right way and trying to grow the game the best that we can.
Is there going to kind of be any, I shouldn't say jitters, but like, wanting to get out there as fast as possible kind of a thing? Obviously, with having to sit out that first year and, kind of wait a year, is there kind of going to be any like, hey, let's get this rolling?
Yeah, it's already kind of started. It's new for me, I'm just thinking this time, the last 10 years we've been going and preparing and whatnot. So it's different, it's new. But I think the jitters will come night one when we drop the puck, our opening season in 2021. I think that week leading up, it will be more jittery than now. But I think it's a new challenge right now. So I have a lot to look forward to in terms of trying to build a program and lay our foundation, and that's exciting for me. So there's plenty to do right now. So I'm thankful that we don't have to start playing in a couple months because there's a ton to do. But it's going to be different out watching a lot of games and not having to say. And I'll try not to coach from the stands too much. I might bug Frank a little bit from time to time on some things just to try to stay involved to keep my mind sharp. But yeah, the jitters will get going here. I think January 1 when the reality starts setting in. That come fall we got inaugural season start.